them boys got new ownership. They got new head coach, new DC. They got new everything over there in Washington. So, Joe Whitt must be, enticed, or he must believe that much in Dan Quinn to go over there and take a chance, even though that wasn't some of his sentiments before. But hey, with more information, things change. You never know what happened with some of these people ideas and how they be feeling about certain stuff, because we're going to get into it. But hey, if you didn't know the news, Joe Whitt Jr. has went to Washington, D.C. and teamed up with Mr. Dan Quinn. And hey, they big ops right now, man. Pass me a lighter.
Hey, yo, pass me a lighter. I'm trying to smoke me up.
But I got to be honest, though. It's a difference. Let me go ahead and say pause. But this is an analogy, young people. Analogy. Okay. But it's a difference when you hear about your ex that you just broke up with yesterday, have a man with her now. It's a difference from hearing about it than seeing it, right? So once I seen DQ over there, I'm like, it don't feel right, but hey, it is what it is. Hey, we got to let him go, y'all.
Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go.
But hey, I'm happy for him to get his opportunity, but hey, I wish him nothing but failure in Washington. That's what I wish. Trap. See, I know it's good sportsmanship for some people. Like, well, I hope DQ do well. You can't hope DQ do well without hoping he do well against you, though. I don't want that man to do good at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to do good at all. I want them to struggle. I want that job to be a carousel for real. I want it to be a merry-go-round. I want them to be playing musical chairs with quarterbacks, DCs, OCs, head coaches, all of that. Hey, we don't want them to be successful whatsoever. Trap. To be honest, if he went to any other team, I'd be like, go ahead, do your thing, DQ. Way to go. Because I don't got no ill will towards DQ. But when they signed in the NFC East, sir, that's when I had to say, pass me a lighter.
Hey, yo, pass me a lighter. I'm trying to smoke me up.
Because your success directly affects my success. So I cannot have you having any success at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to have no sunshine over there in Washington. DQ, you are the enemy now. So you and Joe Whitt, y'all are the enemies in the football per se. You understand? In the football metaphor. But is that a bird or a plane? What was it? I'm not sure. Oh. It's very smooth, of course. Shout out to everybody out here rocking. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. We got trap topics of the day. You know how we do it. You know the vibes, man. Hey, and Mr. Joe Whitt Jr. is officially the defensive coordinator of the Washington Commandos. He went over there with Mr. Dan Quinn. So, hey, we lose 2 coordinators. Is anybody else next? Hey, we might as well say, hey, if anybody else, what they say in them weddings and stuff, is anybody opposed to this reunion right here? You know? Trap. We should have just left the door open after DQ left. You know what I'm saying? Whoever want to follow him, y'all just go ahead and go now. Because we ain't got time to play around. We got things to do. We got jobs to fill. And we don't need nobody wasting our time. And I don't even think he waited on the interview. I don't even think he waited on the interview. He's supposed to interview with Dallas today. So, that says a lot to me right there. Maybe he was like, I don't have to interview when Dan Quinn giving me the job. But I'm just saying, he ain't even have enough respect to wait for the interview. So, it is what it is. So, let's see this. This is some of his quotes from a previous time. It says, Cowboys secondary coach and defensive passing game coordinator Joe Whitt Jr. in October 2021. My 2 dream jobs when I started, and this has stayed the same. I wanted to be the head coach of South Florida or the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. Ain't that peculiar? Trap. See, they say one thing and then they do another. You understand? I just want you to make sure you remember this. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you note this. Because, hey, things change, man. He said his dream job would have been, head coach of South Florida or the defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys. Back when I was at the University of Louisville, I wrote those down. So they asked him, why Cowboys defensive coordinator? Growing up in Alabama, I didn't even know he was from here. There were no pro teams. My dad was really close with Emmett. I had an infinity for Dallas. Even when I talk to my wife about it, it's like if I ever become a coordinator for the Cowboys, I can see doing that for a very long time. So we seen that was literally one of his dream jobs, but you know, things change, I guess. You know, situations change. And then what's so weird about it though, you actually had the opportunity to still become the defensive coordinator. It wasn't like you didn't have a shot in the dark to get the job. You was an actual candidate over here, but you still went straight over there. So maybe he didn't like his chances, or you know, the other conclusion you can come to, which will have my antennas up. You know, I'm very, very mysterious about this. I'm thinking, it got me suspicious. Are you just jumping ship? Because it seems like don't nobody want to be over here with us, y'all. Trap. Nah, but seriously though, we already expected him to leave. We expected Dan Quinn guys to go with Dan Quinn. Like I said, Al Harris got Green Bay history with Mike McCarthy, but Mike was an offensive coach. Al was a defensive player, so you know they probably got more of a bond with DQ. So hey man, I just want to know if you gonna go now, just go, please, so we can move on. I kind of think Al will be next though. What y'all think? Al, unless you a coach. Shout out to HTM Sports. He says, Landlord, why would he want to be here when everybody could be unemployed next year? Man took a promotion and job security. That's not a bad way to look at it though. But you know, the Joneses ain't really like that though. They done fired head coaches and kept OCs and DCs before though. Trap. They fired Jason Garrett and still kept Kellen Moore. They're still like the Joneses don't really just fire the whole regime like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? But it do make more sense. I'll say that.